How do you do? Storyteller here. Today we're playing a game called the Cinderella Phenomenon. I have no idea what it's about, but it was free on Steam, so why not? Okay. Welcome to the tutorial. A quick run-through of the shortcuts and functions of Cinderella Phenomenon. To advance through text, click the spacebar or enter. Should you miss a line or two while reading, you can always click the back button, blah blah blah. Yeah. I'm familiar with text-based games. I've already used the menu. Speed, I can save. Okay. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. One was the Crystallum Lucas, protected by the ruler of the fairies. The other was the Crystallum Tenenbaum, which was watched over by the high leader of the witches. The Lucas was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The Tenenbaum by fear, anger, and hatred. The fairies and witches lived together in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. For there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear. Okay. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day, a traveling bard decided to write stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. Okay. In fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was the usual reward. Can't talk. The fairy tales spread further than could have been predicted. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that the fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel. The witches became hated and feared. Eventually, they were hunted like animals. The witch hunt. Oh my. The high leader of the witches, in all of her anger, created the fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours. The witch used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. The ruler of the fairies, the Lucas, sought to regain peace, but the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans who were responsible for the witch genocide. A terrible war, the Great War, began. Eventually, the Tenenbaum bearer, the high leader of the witches, was finally defeated. The Tenenbaum was lost, peace was restored, and the light once again triumphed. But darkness can never fully disappear. It waits in the shadows, patient for when this time will eventually return. Contract, sign here. Oh, am I supposed to give a name? Well, I'm storyteller. Oh, I can't be storyteller. I'll just be story. And what kind of contract am I signing, by the way? Prologue, Ice Princess. Sorry guys, my throat's a little bit irritated. My name is Story Riella Britton, daughter of King Durano Britton III. I am the crown princess of the kingdom of Angiel. At least, that is who I used to be. But that was before yesterday, when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Ooh, pretty. Is that me? Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I am stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. I close my eyes and remember that day. It had started out like any other day. Ooh, pretty again. Have you heard? Another person was cursed. And I'm like, so? I'm on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I'm on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. There are two maids standing next to each other with brooms in hand. They don't have brooms. I'm looking at them right now. They don't have brooms. These two are slacking off again. Ooh, I'm such a beast. That's terrible. What fairy curse was it? Fairy tale curse was it? They say it was Pinocchio. Oh, so they're kind of interweaving all the fairy tales too. Pinocchio? The fairy tale with the lying boy whose nose grows longer? That's awful. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated. You two were hired to work, not talk. Oh, I'm so beastly. And they're like, oh, we're sorry, Your Highness. As only can be expected from the likes of them. Oh, I'm a horrible I would hate this person. I'm sorry I named her Story. She's a beast. No wonder I got cursed. ... Another fairy tale curse. The fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. Their victims are weak. Wow. I am a terrible person. Angel would be better off without the dead weight? Seriously? If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from Angel the second they fell prey to it. Oh, the cursed would have been banished for being cursed? This Story is a horrible person. I am not her. She is not me. This is not how I would react. But Mother is not here anymore. And she will not come back. Ever. Oh, did she get cursed too? Princess, the king and queen are waiting in the dining hall. I'm on my way. Me and my terrifying amber eyes that cut into you because I'm so critical. The king, Ophelia... Oh, these are three people. The king, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining hall. Someone is conspicuously... I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that word. Missing, but I ignore their absence. Good morning, Story. Oh, this is the king? He's so... Yeah, he's actually kind of grody. He looks like a sleaze. Anyway. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, Story. ... Ooh, we don't like each other. Is this my sister? Story. Ophelia. Ooh, there's so much animosity here. Ophelia Widinsov. That's a stupid name. Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She could have never been a true queen, for she pales in comparison to Mother. I take my seat next to the king and then look up at the person sitting opposite of me. You've got a bunny on your shoulder. Why? Rod Benedict Widinsov, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual. You have a bunny on your shoulder. Sir, are you aware of this? Okay, you know what? You be you. He is 2 years my junior and is the younger of Ophelia's children. Oh, Ophelia is his wife? ? I'm so confused. Who is Ophelia? I thought she was my sister. He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. Oh. That's nice. He does what? It was apparently given to him by a fairy. Does the bunny talk, or does he just hold it up and make it talk for him, and he doesn't make direct contact to anybody? He just uses the bunny to talk to them. Like, what do I have? Like, I don't know. This phone. I have this phone, but I'm not going to talk to you. This phone is going to talk to you, and you talk to this phone, but I'm not going to make direct contact with you. Not with the likes of you. Is that what he's doing, or is it actually a talking bunny? I'm confused. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. He looks like a nice guy, I mean. He's kind of staring very sinisterly. Sinister? He looks evil, but he's quiet, so that's cool. But his older sister. My eyes go to the empty seat beside him. She's probably the most infuriating person I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. No, that would be you. I'm not even going to call you Story anymore. 'Cause you're not Story. You don't deserve that name. You are the most infuriating person. So far. Because I've only just started this game. It could get a lot worse. Oh, speak of the devil. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. Emeligen? Emmy. We're gonna call her Emmy. And she was reading and forgot the time. How could you not like her? And here she is. Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you too, Story. Okay, she's a little obnoxious because she's way too happy, but she's not mean. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of how I would be too, actually. I'd be like, Emmy Widensov, Rod's elder sister and my stepsister. She acts as if we are blood, as if she too were born a princess. Oh, I'm just a snot. As if she could be crowned princess, perhaps steal my place. You know what? With an attitude like that, maybe she could. I will never let that happen. Okay, good for you. Now that everyone is here, let us begin. Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. So, Emmy, you were reading the fairy tale books that the king brought you? Oh yes, there are so many, and they are all so wonderful. Thank you so much, Father. I'm happy that you like them. I love them. Okay, just be less enthusiastic. It's so strange that the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That is because Mother hated them. She had all books burned. Oh, your mother was a charming person. Was she perhaps married to Hitler before this man? No? Okay. 'Cause you seem like the daughter of Hitler to me. And she goes, but why? There's such charming stories, and fairy tales mislead humans into believing that they can have things they do not deserve. And I take it you think you deserve something? Fake Story? Do you think you deserve something? Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. King is like, And when their wishes do not come true, the fruition? Sorry, when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they want them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place. Can she stop using such confusing words, because I'm breaking my brain here? What are you implying about the witch's story? Ooh. The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room grows heavy. I continue to eat. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Have you any idea what you are talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Even now they still spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects. The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over NGL. I was very young then, and Mother forbade me to leave the palace, sometimes even my room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone, and so I cannot bring myself to care. How do you know the cursed are The cursed are innocent. Our people have... This is the king you're talking to, you know. Just saying. He could have you beheaded for talking like that. Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild NGL after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. You see, I'm kind of torn between the two of them, because Story has a point, and the king has a point. Everybody's got a point. Every day I wonder what your mother has taught you about something. Leave mother out of this. Actually, you're the one who mentioned mother, but whatever. ... Dear, please. Story, darling, your father didn't mean to. I am not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy. Everyone hates each other. Sheesh. Story, you will show your mother respect. She is not my mother. I set down my fork and knife and stand up. I am done. Excuse me. Ay. My father and I have never gotten on. Let's just say gotten along, because you're confusing. But our relationship has significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father, the king. It has been 17 years and I have never felt any love from him. He treats Emmy and Rod, who entered our life only 1 year ago, like his own children, better than he has ever treated me. Because you're a jerk! Okay? Story, you're a jerk. That's why he hates you. This has been my life ever since Mother passed away 4 years ago. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was, because your mother was a jerk too. She might be dead, but it's true. If it weren't for the accident during the Great War, she would still be here. And a voice from the distance. Why the sour face so early in the morning, princess? Hello. Too close. Close up. Oh, you have scary eyes like me. We must be in love. And you have white hair, which makes you automatically a villain. So I'm gonna fall in love with you, but you're a villain. I'm just calling it now. I don't know anything about this story, but I'm just calling it now. Let me guess. It's the king, the queen, or Princess Emmy. Or is it all of them? I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? I'm running some errands for my father. Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. His father, Sir Alcaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alcaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. Oh, it must mean you're in love. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. Oh, you definitely love him then. You should wait in the throne room then. Thank you. ... Oh, I furrow my brows in concern about you, my dear, even though I'm probably going to kill you later. Princess? Yes? You know I haven't seen you smile once since I met you. Why is that of any importance? You know, smiling. Kinda nice, especially when this guy's in charge of saving your sorry life. Is he crying? Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, princess. ... Oh. I'm sure you will. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I'll see you at 10. 10? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Why are you crying again? Why do you keep crying? Forgotten what? You're going to town today, remember? I deflate as the realization dawns up on me. It has been 2 days since the king issued the order. And this is a flashback. Story, I would like you to accompany Emmy on one of her town outings. ... Surely you could send maids with her instead. I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with maids. I want you to make an effort to get along with your sister. Step-sister? Oh, I'm such a beast. She is your sister, and you will treat her and Rod as if they are your blood. ... 2 days from now, you are going to accompany Emmy outside. Just... It has been 4 years since you left the palace. 4 years inside of this palace? No wonder I'm such a jerk. Ever since then, you have locked yourself away. You barely leave your room. Angel was in the grip of war back then, but now the kingdom is safe and back into its former glory. I want you to see how beautiful Angel really is. Story: a princess must know her kingdom. Now go with Emmy, and she will show you the town that you have only seen through your windows. Is that an order? He said it, didn't he? If it needs to be. Are we clear? Story. Understood. Ugh. What's so bad about going outside? The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago, when the king took me with him to check on the people after the Great War ended. I shake my head, removing myself from the memory. I am safe here. Princess, are you all right? ... I'm silent a lot. Why don't I answer people when they talk to me? It won't be that bad. The townsfolk are good people. How can you be so sure? ... Times have changed. People change. That is precisely the problem. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end. Mother. Oh. Sometimes change is for the better, Princess. I think you'll see that today. If you'll excuse me, I'll see you later. You don't go until she dismisses you. Ugh. Hello. You look slightly more cartoonish than anyone else here, and you have dolls and stuffed animals, but you look like a villain, so I'm curious. Delora, do you think the witches are capable of bringing back the dead? What just happened? Where am I? Where am I? Delora. I wish you could talk to me, you and the others. Huh? Oh, she's a doll. Oh, you're talking to a doll. That's creepy. My dolls are my only friends. They're the only ones I trust. Okay. Unlike humans, they will never betray me. I don't believe that, actually. I'm quite confident that... Oh, I just realized. If you look closely, you can see... I don't know if you can see the diamond thing that's my cursor. This right here either looks like... probably Belle. This one right here is definitely Cinderella. And back here is what looks like Rapunzel. These look like Disney princess characters. That's kind of funny. I mean, it is Cinderella, sorry, but... It's just interesting. I wonder if any of these other ones... I don't know a lot of the Disney princesses, but some of these others might be princesses too. But that's definitely Cinderella on the shelf. They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me. The moment I saw Delora, I knew she was special. She was different, so elegant and realistic, it was almost as if she were breathing. She was a gift from the king on my 17th... You got a doll for your 17th birthday? That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie, that's kind of weird. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away. Mother does not believe in birthday celebrations. What was wrong with your mother? But every year at midnight, a letter would appear under my door. It would contain instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure to a room filled with gifts, cakes, and sweets. A child's dream. I had been fascinated by the dolls, which had always held a little greeting card. A card with the words, "I love you," on it, signed by M. The card would tell me to keep the celebrations a special secret, but I didn't need to be told that. Mother always found a way to show me that she still cared. Oh, So your mother did that, not your father. So before your mother died, she would leave trails for you to follow. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, that makes me like her a little bit more, because before she just didn't celebrate birthdays, but now you tell me she did private things for you. She set up trails and adventures and led to a room filled with gifts. That's different. So she did celebrate your birthday. Okay. Oh, my throat. In her own way. The secret celebrations had stopped as soon as she disappeared. Yeah, probably because she was dead, I think. I mean, wasn't she? Wasn't she? Yes. Excuse me, Your Highness. The king has requested your presence. This better not be another lecture. Tell him I'm on my way. Curtsy. I'll see you later, Delora, and all of my other little lovely dolls who I talk to because they're my only friends because I'm a jerk. Doll doesn't speak. A man. Oh. Oh, yeah, you have evil eyes. I thought the other guy was going to be a villain, but he seems like an angel compared to you. Do you have earrings? He has earrings. Okay. I have an earring like that. I'm an idiot and tried to point behind my headphone, but I have an earring like that. You're kind of terrifying and you're looking at me with, like, creepy eyes. Can you stop? Good morning, Your Highness. I have the same voice for every guy because my throat hurts. Now I've been recording all morning. ... Sir Mithros? Sir Mithros, the royal advisor. Father trusts him a great deal, just like he does Sir Alcaster. Why do I feel like this is going to be a whole... I know in the last video, I just referenced the Legend of Zelda again, but I feel like this is going to be a whole Ocarina of Time with Ganondorf situation, where he's going to meet with the king, and he's trusted with the king, but then he takes over the kingdom and kidnaps the princess, and I feel like this is going to be it. Mythos, you are this world's equivalent of a Ganondorf, aren't you? You even have the creepy eyes. So don't tell me you're not going to be evil. I accidentally clicked. Every day you look more and more like your mother. Oh, you made my mother disappear, didn't you? I'll bet you did. ... Don't I answer anyone? I sometimes find Sir Mythos talking to Mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. Oh, that's normal. That's normal. Okay. He must have admired her a lot, but I cannot bring myself to think highly of him. No, I wouldn't think so. There's something about him that puts me on edge. Is it the creepy hair over one eye? I'm gonna say as I push the hair out of my eye. Is it the creepy eyes that are half-hooded, staring at you very intently like he's about to eat you? Is it the earrings, symbolic during that time period of how many people you've killed? Is it the chains across the middle? Is it the outfit a little too foreboding? Any of the above, you know. The sharp chin, the big ears, you know. The thin eyebrows that looks like he plucks them, you know. Any of these things, equally terrifying. Anyway. That smile, too. He's got a creepy smile. Are you on your way to see the king? I shall not be there. You gonna let me answer? You asked me a question and you didn't let me answer. Until our next meeting, dear princess. You are a villain. I'm calling it now. Forget about the other guy. I don't even remember what his name was. The guy with the white hair. He's a good guy. He's great. He is on the level. He's great. Mithros is a villain. And he's gonna kill me if he can. Just calling it now. Forget the other guy. This guy is the villain. ... Why do I ... so much? Your Majesty, or Father, you know, either one. Story, are you ready? ... You will enjoy this story. I've heard the toy shop has lovely dolls. Do you not realize I'm like 18 or 19? Does she still play with dolls? Okay. And again, I don't answer. This will be good for you. You will get to know your sister better, and you'll be able to interact with and learn about the people of Angeli. Angel. I don't know how to pronounce that word. About our subjects. I will not learn anything I do not already know. Why do you always believe that people around you are incapable of good? Because I have seen how quickly people will betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. Like you. Like you? Mother warned me about human nature. You do not see clearly, Story. If you would only open your eyes, you would be able to see how good people really are. Nope, disagree. People are not inherently good. Throwing that out there. I believe I am already quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. She's pessimistic, and he is way too optimistic. There's gotta be a medium here, because not everybody's good, but not everybody's bad. So let's compromise here. I mean, you're gonna have a knight with you. After all, I have seen that there is no good in... Oh. No good in you. Wow. That was out of line. Story, where were you when I needed you 4 years ago? I'm pretty sure he was right here. You know. Where have you been ever since? Again, right here. Back then, I'd been overflowing with grief and pain. I'd just lost my mother, my entire world. I'd hoped that maybe he would have shown me love and compassion. Even just a hug to let me know someone was there. ... It had been a childish hope. I'd been left alone. I did not see him for months. Had barely heard his voice. Is that because you locked yourself in your room, or he was actually gone? Because if he was gone, I could understand that. But he says you locked yourself in your room. I tend to believe him. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. This is what you have taught me, Your Majesty. I learned it from you! Sorry. Killing the moment. I know that I've hurt you. I know there is nothing I can do to atone for what I did. But please, Ophelia and her children are not part of that. They do not deserve to be hated. In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did. Story. Enough! I've already said I will go. Everyone is waiting outside. I shudder at the thought of leaving the palace after so many years. Story. It'll be okay. How can you be so sure? You're just going outside. Literally, you're just going outside. With a guard. You've got a knight with you. And your ditzy sister, somebody would grab her first before they'd grab you. I bet you, if somebody took you, they'd give you back. Because you're such a jerk. I'm killing my throat here. Thank you for agreeing to accompany Emmy. I would not disobey an order from the king. Actually, you would, just like you've been shouting at him this whole time. Excuse me. Oh. And suddenly we're in town. Hello, how can I help? Okay, actually I'm going to leave it off here. I'm going to stop the episode here. I'm actually going to save first. Just in case, closing out of it does something. Anyway. Okay. So we're going to end the episode here. This is actually really cool so far. I expected it to just be the story of Cinderella. But it's a lot different than I expected. And it's really cool. So... thank you guys so much for watching. This game is on Steam. It was free when I got it. I don't know if it still is, but you can try. It's called Cinderella Phenomenon. Anyway, I'll be playing more of this definitely, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!